beautiful people. We should probably drop some notifications. Send out a few real quick. There we go. Let's see. Should also probably bring up the comments. That would be a good idea. Yeah, no, it got real dark in here real quick. Get those comments pulled up. What is going on, everybody? Get that going. I always tell myself I'm going to remember to do all this before the stream starts, and it just never quite happens like that. But hey, guys, the voice, can you tell? Can you tell? The voice is feeling much better. Much better. You can actually hear what I'm saying. It's pretty much back 100%. I noticed every now and then, might not be 100%, but hey, can you hear the progress? It's beautiful. What's up, Jen? What's up, everybody? Hi, hello, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. I don't believe I have any channel news to really dish out for you guys. Normally we start the streams off with a bit of channel news, stuff like that, updates about what's going on, but there's really nothing. I mean, recently we kind of got rid of the Facebook group. I did that because it was becoming too much of a form. There was way too much obsession going on, which is not helping anybody. So for those of you who didn't hear about that, yeah, we got rid of the Facebook group, not the Facebook page, not to be confused with the Facebook page, but we got rid of the Facebook group because it's way too much of a form. Forms are crap. Too much negativity, too much obsession, which is so much, okay, unneeded struggle. It's okay, PJ. You know, it's a practice. That's why we say perfection is not required, my guy. Perfection is not required. Sometimes we accidentally stumble around and we get way too involved with the negative thoughts in our head, and then we fall down all these deep rabbit holes, and before you know it, we're on this and we're on this and we're on this, and it's like being slung around in a washing machine, right? But perfection is not required. You know, this takes practice. You don't have to beat yourself up because you gave in to a negative thought and then fell down the rabbit hole and started obsessing for hours, you know, because that happens. These things happen. So you don't have to beat yourself up for it because that's not going to help anything. So keep that in mind. But we are going to talk about negative intrusive thoughts today, all right? Negative intrusive thoughts today is going to be the main topic of today's stream. How's everybody doing? What's up, Sunshine? What's up, Wayne? What's up, Haley? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome. Negative intrusive thoughts, guys, falling down that rabbit hole. One leads to another. You think you're doing yourself a favor by giving in to the temptation of these negative intrusive thoughts. And believe me, I know it is so very tempting. But how far has it gotten you? Look at where you are now, right? You wouldn't be here if that got you anywhere. So that's why the two main keys to healing is to live life, aka do things that you would normally enjoy, go at your own pace, and to leave those negative intrusive thoughts alone, even though I know they are very tempting, right? Very tempting. You do have a choice. A lot of people don't know that there's two things going on here. There is subconscious thoughts, right? You can call them subconscious if you want, but you can call them, negative thoughts. Let's call them negative thoughts. They come in, and then you have a choice whether or not you want to entertain them. We've talked about this for years now, right? We've talked about this for years now. You can choose whether or not you want to entertain them, which means to start fighting with them, or you can realize that you have a say-so over whether or not you start getting involved with these thoughts. A lot of people don't even realize they have a say-so, right? This was spoke about on the Discord yesterday, actually. So that is what we're talking about today. What's up, Cade? What's up, Sean? Welcome, guys. How you doing? Yeah, I'm fine, Sean. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry, I'm fine. How's everybody doing, man? It's good to see you, Wayne. I hope you're not working too hard. We'll give it another minute or two, let some people get in here who want to join us live. How long have we been going so far? About 5 minutes, something like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a few more seconds. I didn't know we were already sitting here that long. Much love from Australia. What's up, Abel? Hope you're doing good, dude. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. Negative intrusive thoughts. We've been talking about this for years here on the channel, okay? The first thing I want to tell you, is a lot of people don't realize that they have a choice not to fight with or entertain or whatever you want to call it with their negative thoughts, but realize you do have that choice. Also, another thing I want you to realize, it is extremely, extremely very tempting to fight and argue and follow. That's what we used to call it. Follow these negative thoughts. You are going to be very tempted. You are going to want to, right? But you see how far that gets you. Obviously, you obviously see how far that gets you, and that's not very far. It gets you very stressed out, right? You might think you're doing yourself a favor, but here's the thing. If these worries had a solid solution, you would have already come up with it and moved on. But obviously they're on repeat, right? Wayne, thank you so much, dude. Wayne at it again. Wayne, thank you so much, man. But obviously, if these thoughts had some firm solution, you would have already arrived at it, right? Correct? Yes. So a lot of people don't realize they do have a choice, and a lot of people don't realize just how damn tempting it is. But I want you to understand that as you use the two main keys, if this is the route that you choose to go, as you're living your life with these positive behaviors, right? You don't have to exert yourself. Live your life literally means just do things you would normally do, right? And as you're not following your negative intrusive thoughts, I want you to understand something. You're going to be very tempted to. You're going to be very tempted to follow these negative intrusive thoughts. And this was a topic that we recently discussed. You're going to be very, very tempted. So let me set up an example here. Let's say you're sitting there chilling, minding your own business. Boom. There's that thought. Maybe you've had it before. Maybe it's a new one. It's negative. It's intrusive. You didn't ask for it, right? And in that moment, you're going to have a choice. In that moment, you're going to have a choice. Okay, you've noticed the thought. Do you want to start fighting with it? Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's usually not out loud. It's usually you talking to yourself in your head. There's that thought, oh, blah, 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 blah. 2 hours later, blah, 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 blah. Maybe it's a different thought 15 minutes later, but blah, 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 blah. You're talking to yourself. You don't, you must understand when you are talking to yourself, right? So to remind yourself not to fight with these thoughts that's not fighting them. That's not suppressing them, right? Right? Somebody asked me that yesterday, I believe, actually in a DM. Is That's not suppressing these thoughts, right? That's not suppressing these thoughts. It's simply reminding yourself not to follow these thoughts, right? Not to follow these thoughts. And like I said, we've had a lot of discussion about this in the Discord here recently, and that's inspired this. There's a lot of you who know your stuff when it comes to this, but there's still a lot of you who don't quite understand that when you have these negative intrusive thoughts come, when they pop up into your mind, right? You have a choice, which is the blah 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 blah, or simply reminding yourself, there's that thought. It's okay. It's okay to have that thought. I can leave it alone. I have nothing to say to that. That's what someone told me yesterday, which was a great example. I would give them a shout out, but I'm not sure if they want me to give them a shout out. But that's the way they put it to me yesterday, which was a great example, right? So I have nothing to say to that thought. I can leave that thought alone. I don't have to fight with that thought. You know, these are all little, I don't like to call them mantras, but these are all little reminders that we've thrown out there in the past, right? These are all little reminders that we've thrown out there in the past. I don't really care which one that you choose, but understand that you do have that choice. A lot of people don't even realize that they have that choice because these thoughts can be at the front of their mind and can come so rapidly, right? A lot of people don't realize that they have that choice. It's just so damn tempting. It's just so damn tempting. So I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that I know how damn tempting it is, right? But you do have that choice. You do have that choice. And when you first get started when you first get started with this and you're sick of the obsessing, you're sick of fighting with these thoughts all day long, understand that when you remind yourself, okay, you don't have to continue that conversation with that thought, right? You don't have to continue that conversation with your thought. You can get on with your day, right? When you first start this, you might not be perfect at it. And that is perfectly acceptable. That is perfectly fine. In fact, I don't know anybody who is perfect at this right off the bat. So don't beat yourself up. Don't sit there and, oh, I've been obsessing for 30 minutes. It's good that you noticed it. It's good that you noticed that you're fighting with all these thoughts, but I don't want you to go, oh shit, well now I'm never gonna recover, blah 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 blah. Now I'm really fucked. Now I'm really screwed, right? There's no need for that. You can simply remind yourself, you know what? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect at this. It's fine. It's fine. This is a practice. This is not something that needs to be nailed down. This is not something that needs to be absolute perfection. It's simply a gentle practice when you have a negative intrusive thought. Oh, there's that thought again. I don't have to get into this 2, 3, 4 hour long mental conversation battle with this thought, right? I can keep living my life. And sometimes you remind yourself, okay, well, I'm not gonna get involved with that or whatever, and then 5 seconds later, it's another thought. Okay, well, that's fine too. Don't get frustrated. Okay, I don't have to get involved with that one either. I can just start to come back out into the real world, start to come back into life. And sometimes, these thoughts are quick. Sometimes they're fast. Sometimes they're in a cycle. Sometimes it's old thoughts. Maybe you get taken off guard by a new negative intrusive thought. You get what I'm saying, right? If fighting with them worked, you wouldn't be here now, right? But also at the same time, I want you to understand that it's not about perfection, okay? I don't want anyone here to beat themselves up. So, just a little quick reminder stream today as you live your life, okay, which is one of the two main keys. And I don't mean you have to exert yourself, just start doing little things that you enjoy, right? And as you start leaving those thoughts alone, this was just a quick little reminder stream for you guys out there that are still in practice mode. All right. And there's nothing wrong with still being in practice mode. So keep that in mind. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope this refreshes some memories, so to speak, out there. And I hope it gives you some relief as you continue to use the two main keys and you continue on with your healing journey. All right, you guys. Wayne, you caught me mid rant, so I couldn't give you a proper thank you. But Wayne, thank you so much for the generous tip, dude. I really appreciate it, man. You've done so much for me here recently. I cannot express with words just how grateful I am for you, dude. Shout out to Wayne. Anyway, you guys, that was the point of today's stream. Just a quick little refresher, a quick little reminder, straight and to the point. All right, straight and to the point. So keep in mind, perfection is not required. You are human, right? You are human. You are in a human body, right? You do not have to strive for perfection. Okay, so don't beat yourself up. Understand that you are healing and you will heal. Okay, and understand that you are safe. Dealing with anxiety and panic, okay, harmless, harmless. So just a quick little refresher stream. All right, chat, what are you guys up to? Let's take some comments. Let's take some comments from chat. We might get some music going too. Might get some music going while we're at it. If I can find a good video, that is. Let me see here. Let me see for some copyrighted music. Copyright free music. Copyright free tunes. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right. I think this is a decent one. I think this is the one we listened to the other day, actually. How's everybody in chat doing? Catch me up, guys. I know I took a little bit of a break there, but catch me up. How have you been? We got an ad we got to skip through real quick. I'm heading to Oregon. Nice, dude. Stay safe. Have safe travels. Let's see. There we go. Now we got some music going. All right, there we go. I'm trying to think of anything that I forgot to tell you guys, like as far as channel news go. There's really not a whole lot of new stuff going on at the moment. I've been debating on a podcast though, so that's something. How many of you guys in here would actually enjoy something like a podcast? I feel like a podcast, we wouldn't have to stick to really. I mean, we would have a theme, but we wouldn't have to always stick to it. You know what I mean? Podcasts, you have a little bit more freedom, I guess, in the topics that you cover. So I don't know. I was considering a podcast, maybe. Maybe it's a big maybe at the moment. Well, to me, I don't even know the words. I don't even know the damn words. Oh, tell me we don't have an ad. No, we're good. We're good. I just hate it when I don't catch the ads in time. There we go. What's up, Gustavo? Well, it's not so much when people say accept Omar, they don't literally mean like that there's, I guess you could say physical action, but you got to understand what's going on up here. Are you're telling yourself horror stories, right? Telling yourself horror stories. It's the horror stories that you tell yourself, right? So we get a symptom or we get a negative thought, and then immediately we jump right in with it instead of reminding ourselves, just leave it alone. It's all right, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Which I know is easier said than done. But you got to remember, you're telling yourself a lot of horror stories up here. And I know you don't get say so over what negative intrusive thoughts come. But when they do come, you do have a say so over whether or not you jump in with them. And that means to carry on the story. That means to keep talking to it. Oh, blah, 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 blah. No, there's that thought. All right. All right. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. And it might come back or whatever, but still, I'm leaving it alone. I'm just living. I don't have to get involved with that, right? I don't have to get involved with that. And this is a practice. Don't beat yourself up. Tension headaches. Maybe your doctor could help you out with headaches as far as some sort of, I'm not sure. But as far as anxiety and panic symptoms go, which headaches is a part of anxiety and panic, I would say, there's nothing we can really do to take it away immediately, right? There's nothing really we can do to get these feelings to just vanish immediately. We can take the edge off. We can take the edge off by simply reminding ourselves, oh, there's that feeling, it'll pass. There's that thought, it'll pass. I don't have to fuel the fire, right? All right, guys, I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to make this a short one here today. I don't want to drag it on too long. This was more or less just a quick reminder stream, right? A quick reminder stream. So I'm going to keep it there. I love you guys. All right, let me make sure I don't have any comments to read first before we get out of here. Hey, there's nothing wrong with going to, you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell anybody that they shouldn't go to a doctor if they want to go to a doctor, right? But I can tell you one thing, you're not going crazy. I can tell you that. Anxiety does make it difficult to sleep sometimes. And as these negative thoughts come, remind yourself. As these negative thoughts come, remind yourself. There's that thought. There's that thought. I don't have to fuel it, right? I can simply remind myself, don't have to fuel it. And then it might come 5 seconds later. You can simply remind yourself, I don't have to fuel that either. And then 5 seconds later, a negative thought could come. I'm not going to fuel that one either, right? You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. It's a practice, and it's a hell of a lot better than what most people are used to, right? Which is fight, 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 fight. All right, guys. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this one here at the 30-minute mark. I love you. Just a quick refresher stream. Until